Perhaps you would be interested in making a contract yourselves, for there is much that the Hells could offer adventurers with such ambitions as yours. Hello and welcome back to another edition of Roll the Bones. My name is Rob and I'm joined as ever by my mercurial players and curse players, Mike, Dom and Matt. And I asked them that age-old question that we ask over and over again. Hopefully this time we'll get an answer. What happened previously on Knights of the Apocalypse, Stranger Times?
It all started with grinning corpses.
It did.
Just
Freaky deaky.
grinning up and out at everyone and everything.
Well, mainly at Obsidian.
Yeah, Obsidian felt like it had something to do with him and his necromantic connection, and his interest was piqued, we'll say. Like, he had something's attention, perhaps, with his power. Curious. We made our way inside. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm just going to add they just smiled up at you as if they were family, brothers, greeting you. But yes, you descended into the depths of the Fort of Fornia, whereby you were greeted with two doors.
And one was trapped.
And we chose that one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Sylaster wasn't deafened, but he still took a bit of an attack. Unfortunately, was also greeted by the sight of several bearded devils, and so combat followed.
Yep, epic combat, tentacles coming from the faces, tentacles coming from obsidian spells, tentacles everywhere. And eventually you bested them.
One personal highlight, we finally used a weapon the DM gave us.
Oh my god, that's true. The meteoric knife hurtled from above as Sylaster ran across the wall and ceiling. Yes, I was pleased to see it used.
It was pretty epic, the knife throw, to finish one off. Very cool.
You did a bit of exploration. Do you remember a little bit of what you saw as you made your way down one end of the dungeon?
Lots of gas.
Lots of gas. Yes, the third circle of hell, which this dungeon is intrinsically connected to, is swampland for the majority of it. Noxious, hellish swampland. So that is the gas that pours from those vents, doing constitution damage to you at one point, I believe, Sylaster.
Yep.
Avoided it once, I think, and then the next time, unfortunately.
Yes.
Got bullied.
But we went east to the right, and there was what looked like a boulder trap, like a molten but except when it went to the corridor, it sort of almost charged up and got shot through the corridor, which we did avoid.
We did, yeah.
You did, and eventually, after some more exploration, you came to a chamber that was filled with chains.
Devils. Yes, chains that then... I think Sylaster got a very good spot check, and he noticed.
Listen, check.
Listen, sorry, you didn't get the... you heard the chains moving conspicuously, and it meant that we didn't have a surprise round happen to us, which was nice. We had to fight a bunch of chain devils, or chitons?
Chiton, yes.
Chitons, I believe.
Yes, chitons. They were nasty. I think Ansel did very well in bypassing most of the spell resistance checks, if not all of them, I think.
Yeah, I think for the first time ever, he didn't come undone at the first sight of spell resistance, which is nice. I think I think you gave me a magic item that boosted my spell resistance at some point. So
Oh,
I suppose
bypassing
I should
casting,
thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, spell penetration.
Sylaster was victim to a critical as part of, actually, no, not just a critical, but a flurry of attacks at the start, due to being flat footed and lost a lot of health. And was very close to death. And actually, it was Obsidian who came in at the end and sort of rescued Sylaster with a well timed harm.
It was a very well-timed harm spell.
Harm.
Which he wished he had done slightly earlier. He didn't realise that Sylaster had taken as much damage as he had, and he was really on the ropes. Yeah, and Obsidian sort of raced in a bit of a panic to do his bit to save
Yeah, I believe you had
Sylaster.
4 hit points,
Yep.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I
Keep
was
on
like,
that
oh my
time.
god, yeah, Sylaster was on his last legs there. But yes, the strangers were triumphant over the chain devils. You discovered that there was a passageway that kind of was like an access tunnel chamber to the boulder trap. Um, and but you decided instead of stepping into that deadly looking corridor, you would continue, and you found a deadly way in its own right. A cavernous drop fell away, leaving only a stone bridge, and upon that stone bridge there were more of those bearded devils, but beyond there were devilish looking creatures that looked to be encased in armour, and they were drawing massive great swords across that armour, like a cellist would a cello, making a terrible din, which forced concentration checks upon Obsidian when he attempted to cast spells in the surprise round that went forward, because you still hit them before they knew you were there. Any memories of what happened during that surprise round?
Ansel, I think, threw a blast at one of them, or a sickening blast.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's right, one of them is sickened.
Obsidian dropped some acid fog.
Acid
Obsidian
fog in
threw
the
in an
Balrogs, yep.
acid fog that just covered all of them so that we could attack them, but they would be hampered somewhat.
That's
And
right. Yep.
Sylaster ran in and threw one into the abyss.
And that is where we return to the strangers. Initiative is already rolled as we rejoin the strangers. And initiative means that Sylaster, with a natural 20, goes first. Sylaster, the last thing we saw was you hurl one of these bearded devils into the abyss below. It is now your turn. What do you do?
As he has done this, because they're still flat footed, Sylaster is going to, with his offhand, having just thrown one, attempt a sort of a jab at the creature's chest. So he needs to make a touch attack against him.
Very good.
Uh, does 29 touch?
29 touches the bearded devil's touch armor, yes.
Excellent. Can he make a fortitude save DC 21?
Can he indeed?
He's on minus, I think, because of the shade.
And he might be second as well.
That one is sickened. Yes, he is sickened. Let's see. That is a failure. He does not meet the DC.
Sylaster does a couple of quick jabs over his chest as he does the Hand of Death, paralyzing him for 2 rounds. As he then falls back and is paralyzed on the spot for 2 rounds.
Oh my goodness. So yeah,
Does he
he's
fall or
that,
is he? stuck in place.
Is it paralyzed like whole person where he's stuck, or is it paralyzed that he
No,
falls?
it's paralyzed like a medical condition. He is down.
He just falls to the ground. Then very good. Amazing. Yeah, just stunned, and you're watching as paralyzed. The acid fog is like eating away at him as he lies there motionless. What else do you do on your turn?
I'm just going to wait there.
Very good. I love that very much. Yeah, you just wait. In that case, our vision.
I should say I'm dropping into Child of Shadow as a stance. I don't remember if I was in a stance before, but
No, that's
yeah.
good to know. Our vision shoots back across the bridge, and we see Obsidian, who is now next. What do you do?
Damn, I was hoping, of course, Ansel got slightly lower than me, didn't he? How much lower than me did Ansel get? Does it seem like he's going to go straight after me?
You could always delay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't want to delay and let them go.
I got 17, so.
And I got
They
20.
could've, yeah. It's quite good, but it's not a definite thing.
I'll just move to about here. I will summon Spectral Hand. That's my turn.
Yep, your spectral hand appears from nothing and is now ready. That is your turn. It is the Steel Devil's turn, so their movement is very much hampered by the acid fog, I believe. What are the exact
They
rules
can only move 5 feet per round, so 1 square.
Okay. So they're going to continue their terrible din. One of them moves there. So moves onto the bridge platform. The other one will move 5 feet forward and stand on the edge there. Is their vision hampered as well? I imagine it is in an acid fog.
Yes.
That's fine.
It's completely opaque, so 5 feet, and even at 5 feet, they get a slight mischance.
I realise as well I should have asked for a concentration check as you cast a spell, but for this round we'll just say it was difficult for you to cast that spectral hand, but you just managed it. Next time I should remember. That noise is prompting concentration checks, but that's my job to remember, not yours. That is the Steel Devil's turn. Ansel, it is now your turn. You look across the void and you see this battle erupting. What do you do?
Yes, I will move the shape there, and then Ansel is going to walk to here. He walks across the gap as if it's solid ground, of course. And then he's going to reach the paralyzed opponent, and he's going to use Mask of Flesh to disguise himself as the bearded devil on a DC 20 will save.
Okay.
Instantly.
So, because obviously they can't see it showing the fog, if this works, it will be a beautiful deception. DC 20. That's a 5 on the dice. That is a definite fail. He is duped by this, Ansel, and you now look exactly like his brethren that plunged into the darkness.
Yes. He also takes a D6 charisma damage.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So that's 3 charisma damage. Probably won't really affect anything, but it's just fun to do.
It is fun to do.
So
Okay.
now Ansel looks like a bearded devil, and he's going to sort of take up a pretend fighting stance against Sylaster to try and trick them if they come close enough to see them.
Amazing. And for the most part, they certainly are tricked at this because they sort of just assume they're attacking as normal. And he, through the Veil of the Mist, can still target one that is directly next to his square, I believe. So that does mean he can send an attack towards Sylaster, which he will do.
He has got, because he stood in the mist, he has got a slight mischance.
He's also paralysed.
Oh, of course. Of course he is. Well, you can just remind me at the
That's why I
beginning of my
pitched him.
sentence rather than at the end. That'd be great. He. But no, that's my bad. That's my bad. I should make a note of that because I didn't. I assumed I would remember, but obviously not. Paralyzed. So he just twitches on the ground. Very good.
1 round left.
That is that. We are back to the top of the round. Sylaster, it's your turn.
Sylaster, seeing Ansel do this and having a faint flashback to a while back, will just say, "Can I kill him?"
Of course.
I can't remember if this is the thing that if you kill him, you lose the disguise. So Sylaster,
I will just double check that. But
Sylaster's going to reach in with his hands, and I'm going to perform a coup de grace. So
Yeah, absolutely. He's paralyzed, so you just do it, don't you?
so he will take
Auto crit.
Auto crits, yes.
He takes 35 points of damage. If he's not dead, he has to make a fortitude save of that plus 10. So 45.
Yeah.
So he's not dead. He's not dead, but he does have to do the fortitude save. So 35 points of damage then. And the fortitude save
Is that plus 10, so
that
45.
Plus 10, so 45. Well,
there's always a chance.
there's always a chance he could roll a natural 20. He doesn't, however. So that is him destroyed. Sylaster, you bring about this creature's end. What does it look like?
I think it's Sylaster just uses his boot. He gives a sharp jab with the boot to sort of break his neck, and then just continue the push to roll him into the abyss.
Yes.
He doesn't stamp on his face going, "Ah!"
Amazing. And with that, he hurtles into the darkness. And because we're at the top of a new round, I need you all to do a listen check as well, please.
25.
Very good, 25. Okay.
23 from Ansel. What did Obsidian get, Matthew?
That's one. I think he has Trick on his shoulder, and Trick is excited because he's fighting devils. He's like, "Oh, I know these ones. I know these devils." He's telling me,
Master,
then they're like family.
I'm like, "Trick, I'm trying to concentrate."
Cool. That was Sylaster's turn, however. Obsidian, it is now your turn. Oh, I'm so sorry. You hear a screech, Sylaster and Ansel. You hear like the screech of something in the darkness below that doesn't sound like the bearded devils. You hear a distant but Obsidian, you didn't hear that as you start your turn.
I throw a concerned look at Ansel.
We may have disturbed something.
Oh dear.
Dear. I don't think. I think you guys have got it for now because they can't move out of the fog, and I don't want to just throw spells around. And if I can't see them to do touch attacks, it's pointless trying.
Should they be taking acid damage as well?
Oh yeah, hang on a minute. They should. Sorry, that's a very good point. Thank you. On my turn, that'll be the satisfying bit of my turn. I believe it's 1d6, 2d6. So they take 2d6 damage each. So one will take 8. The other will take 7. Acid damage.
Begins hissing away at their steel armor.
And yeah, that's it. I don't think Obsidian's going to do anything else. So in which case, he'll just go into total defense. So he hasn't moved or done anything, which gives him +5.
Total defense, I believe, is +4.
Plus,
But feel free to look it up if you'd
I
like.
will double check in between turns, but I'm pretty sure you're right, mate.
Yes.
me.
That's Obsidian's turn. The Steel Devils continue their grim march through the fog. So this one, help provide tokens. There we go. So 5 feet for him. That one will remain where he is, because he might as well just diagonal that. So yep, that is their turns. Ansel, it's now your turn.
We can't really see them through the fog, I guess, can we? If they can't see us, if they can't see out, we can't see in.
Remind me what your active vision powers are, though, Ansel.
My active vision powers are see invisibility, 60-foot dark vision, and detect magic 60 feet. But I think detect magic would be blocked by the effect
through a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't fully see them then in that case. I was going to say, or maybe detect magic, but you're looking through magic to see them. So you aren't able to see them. But you can definitely hear them. You can hear the terrible, like, clanking, shrieking sound of their armor as they continue this diabolical din. But yeah, anything else?
Would you permit me to fire a blast randomly in the rough direction that I knew they were?
Yeah, so I say roll a d6 on a 1 and a 2. You will potentially be able to hit them because you know the rough direction they're in and they're walking down like a narrow funnel. So 1 and a 2 on a d6.
The one time I roll the highest.
Unfortunately not then. So you send out a blast, but it goes just wide of them and explodes on the wall behind the fog somewhere.
Well, that's fine. I shall just wait.
You just wait. That is the Beard's Devils are both gone. Suddenly, the source of that terrible shrieking can be seen. For arcing up through the darkness at a great speed are 2 winged entities. They have horrifying looking spikes that cover every portion of their devilish bodies. And with beating wings, they hurtle out of the darkness and join the combat.
Oh shit, I can see there's one, but I can only just see the tip of its wing, but it's right near me. Balls.
So this one, 5, 10, 15, is going to swoop towards you, Sylaster. And I will point out that these are particularly muscular, powerful devils that have just hurtled out of the darkness. They look pretty formidable. You can all give me a knowledge planes roll if you have it. I don't think any of you have it, do you? I keep asking that question and keep forgetting that.
I think I learned about it from a book, so I do have some knowledge.
Oh, give us a knowledge planes.
Not very much.
Yeah.
I can't remember what book, to be honest.
Oh, Trick can as well, yeah.
Because he has got knowledge. There's any, but a knowledge of the planes makes sense given that he's a devil, so...
Because he's a devil, yeah, that's fine. Give me a straight intelligence from him, then.
So for Trick, it's 23.
Oh, so Trick knows what these are. Ansel, you just see these entities and think, oh, more horrible devils to fight. Trick understands what they are, and he bellows to you, Master, beware the barbed devils and their embrace. These are barbed devils. A deadly entity. And as it swoops towards you, we will see how deadly. Sylaster, your armor class, please.
28.
However, you are able to dodge out of the way as he rolls pretty damn poorly, to be fair, on that attack. You're able to duck out of the way, Sylaster, as this barb devil swoops at you from above, beating its great wings. This one will effectively do the same. It swoops this way and is dragging his claws along the wall as he flies towards you, Obsidian, and then he bats this attack around the corner at you. You have a +4 to your attack to your defense because you are in total defense. What is your armor class?
Check you were correct. So it's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Why I couldn't just do that in my head. I had to use my fingers. My eternal shame. Online.
Oh, that is a hit actually. And I'll need to look something up because rather foolishly I didn't write it down in my prep. I could do the damage, which is...
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
So you take 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so I take 10 points of slashing damage.
And this is just when it hit? That doesn't make sense. Oh no, it is when a creature is hit by a barbed devil. Please make a will save, please. Obsidian.
Okay, is
This
it
is a...
sleep, stun, paralysis, poison, or
It is
disease?
a fear effect.
Just because you're scary doesn't mean you can't be scaredy.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, I've got plus 11. I've got plus
No.
11 in will. I still rolled a 1, so it's 12.
The
Oh,
sheer
that is a shame.
feeling of these barbs scraping against you just strikes you with immense amount of fear. You are now shaken, Obsidian. And if
Joy
they
of
get you again,
joys.
then of course that's going to mount in pressure. Yeah, so you're basically on -2 to
Minus
lots of
2 to
things.
everything.
-2 to
Yeah.
everything, basically. Yeah. As that one didn't hit Sylaster, that was its turn. They've moved, they've struck. It is now back to the top of the round. Sylaster, it is your turn. This foe is upon you. What do you do?
seeing it there, but also somewhat like, oh no, I'm flanked. Uh, I'm going
Oh
to
dear, what a
5,
terrible position.
10. I'm going to move to here.
Yep.
And as he sort of runs down, he's going to attempt a strike, a greater insightful strike against this one here. So, catching a moment when its sort of hands are out, he is going
The
to
one
make an
closest to
attack.
Obsidian, do you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chow. 37. Oh, I only rattled at 20.
That is, of course, a palpable hit. These creatures are not easy to hit, and you just target it easily, do your damage.
Sylaster is zoned in. He's already got a couple of kills now. He threw one. He's
He's in the rhythm,
paralyzed.
yeah.
He's in. He comes over and he
The
does
killing.
64 points of damage.
Oh, God!
Boom.
Holy hell.
This creature just buckles in the air. What an insane amount of damage. It has to catch itself with its wings as you nearly knock it out of the air with that insane level of damage. Very good. As you strike it,
Boom.
as per the name, you're striking at it into many, many large barbs, Sylaster.
Yes.
And it has a function called Barbed Defense, which does Maximilian, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of piercing damage to you, Sylaster, as you punch and just a spike just goes straight through your arm. Ah!
He went palm first. So
You get straight up your arm, sears through your arm. Just terrible, terrible. Hang on. That can't be right. Piercing and slashing.
Yeesh.
One less. So what was that? That was 14, so 13 points of slashing damage as well.
So he gets popped in the knuckle
I
or the
know
palm, and
it's.
then as he pulls it out, it's just scrapes as
I
well.
really should have said. I'm so sorry. I'm reading from the rules now. Any creature striking a barb devil, takes 1 d8 plus 6 points of piercing and slashing damage.
That's nasty.
Hey.
It's almost more dangerous to hit it than take a hit.
Ouchies.
Ouchies indeed. That's crazy. I obviously misread that, but there we go. That was Sylaster's turn, unless you can do anything else.
Nope. As I am in Shard of Shadow, though, it does now. I've moved. There's wisps moving around him.
Very good. Okay. Does that provoke the fear effect as well? No, it doesn't. It's just their strike. Okay. So you move. That's that. Obsidian, it's now your turn.
Okay. Are they susceptible to fear themselves? I made the mistake of assuming that they weren't before, and the other ones were the devils. So,
You don't know.
oh, well, he's right next to me. So if he is, he'll have to make a save.
He doesn't make a save.
He doesn't make a save. Okay, fair enough. In which case, you will trick to move over there to be safe, and he will charge up for a moment in the style of Dragon Ball Z. Only much nastier, more necromantic power, and he will do a negative energy burst.
Doom.
Can it please do a will DC 24 for half?
Yes, he certainly can. Do his best. He passes.
He passes, okay, in which case he will take half. So 40, so he'll take 20 points of damage from that. And Obsidian will... you want to move away? No, I'm going to stay where I am, because I don't know if it gets the attack of opportunity, I could get hit and then get shaken further, and I'm hoping that Sylaster has got its attention, so I'm just going to stay still.
I hope so. Although
Best I
I'm
can
kind
do,
of
really.
tweezering more of its barbs out of my hand.
Let's see. So that was Obsidian's turn. Ansel, it is now your turn. Oh no, I'm so sorry. It's the Steel Devils first. I'm so sorry. They march once, twice. That's their turn. Ansel, it is now your turn.
I will Sickening Blast one of the devils.
Very good. Which one?
That's a good question. Should we focus fire on one, or yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it on the one that the others have hit.
Very good. You target it.
Targeted it.
Knock it out of the sky.
19 on its touch.
It hits its touch. Please make a spell caster check, please.
31.
Yeah.
You surpass the spell resistance. It just digs through the spell resistance immediately.
And it takes 28 points of damage. And if it's still flapping, it must make a fortitude save or be shaken.
What was the exact damage? Sorry again.
28 on a really good roll, actually.
It still beats its wings. It still flies.
Amazing. Oh, Rob,
Great.
on my turn,
to there, first, really.
Yes.
the two guys in the acid should have taken some damage. So 4 and 6 for
I'll
each.
just do that now. Thank
consecutively.
you.
Apologies, I
No,
didn't
no,
do that
no,
at the time.
no. I should remember to 4 and 6. Sorry, Ansel. So he needs to do a fortitude save.
DC 21.
DC 21.
Yeah. And I hadn't moved the shade up until that point. So
That
it
is a
doesn't
natural
affect it.
20 on the die. It would beat it
Any
anyway.
difference?
Yep. So he just shrugs it off, but like you can see that like as you blast him, Ansel, just barbs and eldritch energy just go everywhere as he sort of like is almost rocked from the sky. You can see his wings are beating laboriously, keeping him up in the air, yet still he remains. Let's see. It is now their turns. The Barbed Devils, who will retaliate. This one, let's see. Is he going to go there? Will he bother? He can just reach you, so he doesn't need to move. Or he could 5-foot step and threaten Ansel too. That's what he's going to do.
5-foot flap.
So 5-foot flap.
That sounds disgusting.
He's going to aim. He's going to aim 2 attacks at Sylaster. Armor class.
28, but each has a miss chance if they hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
And that's a miss, so 1 hit.
So 1 miss chance potentially. I'm going to roll a d20. 1 to 20, it's a miss.
1 to 20 is a miss on a one. Okay, D100.
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 1 to 20 on a D20, it'll miss.
It's a miss.
I saw that sly obfuscation there. It does hit, I'm afraid. The other one whiffs because he just misses you, but this one does land. I need you to make a will save, please, Sylaster.
Sure.
Do it.
Dance, so... even with a plus 18, it's just 20.
You are not able to surpass this. You are shaken, Sylaster. You are rocked to the core as this one strike just cuts you, and this terrible aura begins, or rather effect, fills your heart. The damage that you take, 19 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
Can one of you roll a D100, please? And hope that it is over 30.
On, Mike.
Okay. Over 30. Mm-hmm. Nope.
Typical.
Straight down the middle, 15.
Please roll a D6 for me.
2.
You are alarmed, Sylaster. As this one concludes its turn, there is a blast. And suddenly, 2 bearded devils are spawned into existence.
What?
As many devils have the ability to summon in reinforcements. Well, they can just go there, actually, because it has to be within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's perfect. So one will appear next to you, Obsidian.
What roll?
And one of you is going to appear next to you, Sylaster, here. There we go. They get brought in, but they do not act on this turn, but they have appeared. That was one of them. The other one is going to level 2 attacks at your armor class, Obsidian.
19.
That is a hit. And that is also a hit. Can you make 2 will saves, please?
I'm already on -2 for my will.
I thought you were going to say your HP. I was like, what? I'm already dead.
26 and 28.
Both pass, despite the fact that you're shaken, Obsidian. Shaken is what you remain. You do not degenerate further into fear. But however, 2 of these scything attacks land against you. One for 11 points of slashing damage. The other 9.
So I take 9 in total.
Okay. So yeah, they land and start. Oh, they don't land. Sorry, they're still hovering and beating their wings and start carving you up. We're back to the top of the round. Sylaster, it is now your turn.
Rather than use a full maneuver, I'm going to go for a full round of attacks, but I'm going to see, depending what happens, if I need to use both. So this one seems pretty weak, so I'll use my first attack against that one.
Very good.
Even though I am shaken.
Yes.
21.
You swing wildly and he bats your attack aside with a bladed wing.
And then my second attack, possibly a critical.
Yep, so
Just a hit.
just a hit. But roll the damage regardless.
4. Oh, that's almost the lowest it could be. 12 points of damage.
Oh, I'm on the calculator here. Oh my god. By 1 point, how is it, Sylaster, that with that strike, you kill the thing?
Sylaster, who's a bit apprehensive now, his first strike he missed because he just didn't want to make contact with those barbs again. But then the second one, he just went, "Oh, sod it," and lifts his foot up high and just delivers a kick to the creature's chest, killing it and also knocking it far away.
Some sweet chin music.
You take 8 points of slashing damage and 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
As it falls away, your blood trailing after it as it disappears into the void, into the darkness.
And then, as a swift action, I will drop into the Pearl of Black Doubt.
You drop into the Pearl of Black Doubt, and people doubt whether they will be able to hit you. We will find out. That was Sylaster's turn. Obsidian, it is now your turn. You watch as that bearded, so the barbed devil falls into the darkness, but 2 bearded devils now upon you.
So I'm just quickly, I'm trying to find it and I can't. I think Mike might already know, or you might already know actually, Rob, because you were a caster in another game. Casting defensively to avoid attacks of opportunity. It's a concentration check, I just don't know what it is.
You're going to have to do 2 concentration checks then, because the barbed devils are also going to prompt you for one, because they're still doing their...
Yeah, DC is 15 plus spells level.
Perfect.
So the level of the spell plus 15, you need to make it twice.
So do 2 concentration checks for me, one for
On
that,
the defensive.
on for defensive,
Right,
and then another for the fact that the din is still occurring.
So it's, the DC is what, sorry, it's something plus the spells level, what was
15 plus the spells level, by all accounts.
And then you can cast defensively. We actually only need to make it the once, it's not against. It's to prevent attacks of opportunity.
I was going to say, actually, I didn't think I had to make it more than one.
No, but I'm saying you're doing another concentration check because of the steel devils.
Right, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So my concentration. This is the one against the steel devils.
Okay. You succeed.
Right, and this is, so it's 15 plus the spells level, and it's the top level of spell. Damn it. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 I've got to make, which actually isn't.
That should be all right. Plus 19, yeah. I was going to say.
Yeah, we're good. I know. But I've had a couple of ones this session. So, okay, so fantastic. This will get, unfortunately, no 2 of which can be more than 30 feet apart. So it will get all apart from this guy on the end here. But he's going to take some damage from the acid in a minute anyway. But everyone else, so 2 bearded devils, this guy here, and the flying guy, can they all please do a will save DC 26?
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Is it a death effect?
It's not a death effect, no.
Is it a stun effect?
No. It's just damage. It's the same as my negative energy, it's just negative energy damage.
Okay, then they're all going to have to do the will save then. So what was the will save, sorry, DC?
26, I think I said. 26.
We'll
DC 26.
do these guys first. Pass from the barbed devil. The 2 chain devils. That's a fail. Sorry, chain devils, what am I about? Steel devils. That's 2 fails from the steel devils.
Nice.
And then the 2 bearded devils. That's a pass from one, pass from the other. So the bearded devils and the barbed devils save. The
They
steel
will take
devils
half.
fail. Okay.
So I'll just roll one amount of damage that you can give to all of them, but half to the ones that made it.
Perfect.
So only 31. That's a shame to all of them. I thought it could have been better. That spell will improve over time. So the first time he's done this particular spell, not a massive amount of damage, but it's dealt to all of them, which is the power level in it. So he kind of puts 2 hands together, and as he pulls his hands apart, and they ignite with this power, and then he just puts his hands to the floor. It spreads out across the floor, and just this burst of negative energy attacks all of his energies around as he does a mass inflict serious wounds.
Oh boy. Okay, well,
and the 2 guys.
you'll be very pleased to hear.
8.
Well, as they are having that residual acid damage, it's too late. You've already killed them with the other spell. So they break under the sheer amount of different damage inputs that they're receiving right now. They break and they fall away into the abyss. The bearded devils look concerned that they took that damage, but they were fine. They only took half, as did the barbed devil. Anything else on your turn, Obsidian?
He just looks at the 2 bearded devils and says, "There's more where that came from."
Ansel.
Oh, and can they both do fear things? They're stood right next to me.
Of course they can. They can definitely try. Because the bearded
DC
devils, as we
24.
learned, are susceptible to fear. Whereas some of them aren't, some of them are. Yeah, these guys have nothing against fear. 24.
DC 24.
They both look at you and quake. What have they been summoned to? Some terrible power?
They are both shaken. But I am also shaken. So we're all frightened of each other.
Everybody's shaken together.
Because the Steel Devils have been defeated, it is now Ansel's turn. Ansel, you watch as they fall away into the acid and then into the dark. What do you do?
Ha! Ansel will elongate his claws and try and strike this beast in front of him. It's
Very
right
good.
there.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Ooh, okay. So you strike out with his claw.
18, although that is on his touch.
Is a hit, so that is a confirmation. However, you're using your claws, which are subject to spell resistance.
I am. Would 16 have also hit?
Why are you rolling? Oh, you're doing 2
I get
claws?
2 attacks. Yeah,
That one doesn't hit, unfortunately.
that's fine. I'll just do 1 spell resistance.
Yes, please.
Penetration. 32.
You're absolutely fine. The critical is confirmed. So, a well-earned critical indeed. Many barriers stood in your way, Ansel. Roll a D100.
Cue the lowest roll.
Standard.
Standard
Amount of
critical
critical.
multiplier, yeah.
Still pretty good.
It is good. Very good.
52.
Oh, it is really good. Just rakes through him. What does it look like, Ansel, as you slice at him?
So Ansel sees all the spikes and barbs on the devil in front of him and says, "We all have spikes," and stabs his claws straight into the thing, like taking the damage as he does it, but causing a great deal of damage. He probably stabs him sort of through the neck, not quite through all the way through the throat, but like enough that it's caused some grievous damage.
You take 14 points of piercing damage.
Great.
You take 9 points of slashing.
So you reduce by 2, so that's 86, 75. Cool, and then because I did a full round of attack, the bearded devils are within 20 feet,
Oh,
so
yes.
they get a blast of my fear aura.
And they're shaken, so they're at -2.
They are already shaken, yes.
Oh god!
So
Now they're frightened.
They are indeed.
As that happens, so -4. Frightened. As Ansel just begins tearing apart this one of the creatures capable of summoning their kind. Terrifying. Anything else, Ansel?
That's all.
The remaining barbed devil is going to... he can't ignore being hit by you, but he also... he's in trouble with you guys there. He will divide his attacks. He's going to send one Sylaster, armor class.
28.
That is a hit. That shouldn't have hit you, but it hit you.
Shouldn't have hit me.
That shouldn't have hit.
Oh. For 12 points of slashing damage. Ansel, he goes for you as well. Oh, Sylaster, do a will save as well for me, please. Ha!
Yes.
Whiffs you, Ansel, goes through the attack against you, but you lurch out of the way. Will save, please, Sylaster.
24.
You resist. Is that with your shaken?
Yeah, it's normally 18 when I'm in a stance.
Yep, so you are able to resist the more fear gripping your heart. That is its turn. We're back to the top of the round. Oh, the bearded devils haven't acted.
Well, they must.
They must. I missed their initiative. This one is just going to try and... What's he going to do?
He's gonna do nothing.
He is going to go into his battle frenzy and is going to swing his glaive as hard as he can at your head, Sylaster.
28.
But you're able to duck beneath it, even though it feels much closer than it should have been. And then this one is going to try and belt Obsidian. Armor class, please, Obsidian.
19.
He is frightened. But that's still enough to hit you. You take 11 points of slashing damage, Obsidian. And as he cuts into you, you feel that awful searing feeling as an infernal wound is inflicted upon you. As you'll recall from last session, that will be an accumulative 2 HP per round, eaten away by the infernal wound until you are restored with the right... is restored in the right manner. That was their turns, as they somehow managed to get an attack despite one of them being terrified. It is now... Oh, we went back to do them, didn't we? So we're now back to the top of the round. Sylaster, it is your turn.
Sylaster is going to drop into his assassin stance. He is then going to evoke his cloak of deception.
Yes.
Something invisible. And he is then going to attempt death in the dark against this creature here. The barbed devil.
Barbed devil, very good.
Do I catch him flat-footed with this attack?
Yes.
Cool. Well, let's see. 26 flat-footed.
Is a hit.
Yes. 6 plus. No more games, says as he does 94 points of damage.
Oh, fuck! I love that the book that the Sword Sage and Crusader ones
It's
they just
great.
just make martial classes actually good.
Mm-hmm.
But is it good enough? Let's see. Somehow, on the very, very brink, it manages to beat its wings once, twice. It is still alive.
Like Sylaster turned invisible. He jumped, like attempting to sort of corkscrew himself, grabbing its head, landing, and he still sees it's flapping its wings. He's like, "Oh,
You take 8 points of slashing damage,
yeah,
6 points of piercing.
yep."
How you doing there, Sylaster?
I have so many thorns, needles,
Just in
splinters,
your face.
just everywhere. We need tweezers.
Can you? Oh well, that's Sylaster's turn. It is now Obsidian's turn.
Obsidian is going to. Which one just hit me?
The barbed devil.
It's literally the one right in front of me.
Yeah, yeah.
In that case, I'm going to do a concentration check to cast defensively, which is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I need to just not roll a 1. It's fine. 26, we're fine. So I cast defensively. Before I say what I do and all of that, he's going to do the gestures and cast the spell to see if it works. So can this guy please do a fortitude save? DC 23.
It was a good roll, but he is frightened, and that fear has cut through his will. He fails.
Lovely stuff. I I look him in the eye, I grab my mask and I lift it up with my dead looking sort of face underneath it. I say, "You hit me. My turn." And I cast Grim Revenge. And he his arm stretches out to the side of him and it pulls and pulls and pulls, and his own hand rips itself from his body.
What?
His own hand.
His hand rips itself away from his body, so he's now got a bloody stump where his hand was, dealing 21 points of damage. And then his hand, once ripped from his body, floating in the air, turns back towards him and starts attacking shit out of him. And the attack
Oh my
from the
god.
hand will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 4.
Ah.
An attack. Oh, it's only a 13 at the moment, but that's okay. The attack starts clawing at
It
him.
starts like getting at his face, and he's completely perplexed and horrified by this development. Oh my goodness.
Ow.
Amazing.
That's my turn.
That was Obsidian's turn. Ansel, it is now your turn.
Does this one in front of me look quite injured?
This one in front of you, you're amazed that it's still alive, Ansel. What you saw Sylaster do to it was fundamentally like break it on every level. You could probably guess how much HP it has, put it that way.
Okay. Good to know.
A singular digit.
Maybe, yeah.
We think it might be outclassed as a minion.
It's a shame, these guys are pretty good, to be fair.
I kind of don't want to hurt myself hitting him. And if I cast a Eldritch Blast, he's going to get an attack on me anyway, isn't he? So I might as well just try and slash him again.
Yep.
20 on his touch.
Is a hit on his touch, but is it
21.
a failure? You do not break through the spell resistance.
Then I'll try again. My second attack. 20 on his touch
It's a
again.
hit, spell resistance.
24.
Does not get through the spell resistance.
Oh, shit. Now it fails me.
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, there we go.
Anything else on your turn, Ansel?
There's not really anything else. Oh, I should probably move the shade so he's actually affecting people. He's gonna take a 5-foot step back here so that everyone's at -2 to AC there.
Okay. It is now the Barbed Devil's turn. At will, he casts Greater Teleport. And disappears.
What a prick. Yeah, pansy.
The Bearded Devil didn't go, did he? I keep forgetting the Bearded Devils. It's because I've crossed them out once and have brought more in. One of them is going to swing wildly at you, Sylaster.
28.
Whoom, swings wildly. You dodge beneath his strike. This one, still frightened, desperately going to hit you, Obsidian. Armor class.
With his one hand. 19.
Oh god, yeah. Does he got any penalties for attack because he's missing a hand?
Can't
Did you say-
strike with that hand, so.
Did you say they have a glaive? Because that's a two-handed weapon.
Oh god, it is, isn't it? He'll, as a free action then,
Oh, wield it one-handed.
he just drops it. He drops it. You're absolutely right. No, he needs 2 claws to do it. He can't do it. It specifically says, I was going to say I'm going to use my beard attack, but it needs his 2 claws to get you with it. It specifically says with 2 claws. So he goes to try and grab hold of you, Obsidian, but with one arm, he's like, no. He's just going to try and hit you with a claw.
Okay, 19.
That's either a 1 or a 20.
It's a 20. Let's see if it confirms.
Ooh.
Let's do it by the book. His claws have a +8 to attack. So I'm going to roll it fair and square to see if he actually hits you. I think that's only fair.
Mm-hmm.
We like to make them public when they are particularly key. Let's see. What was your armor class again, Obsidian?
19.
This is already with his frightening effect. Whiffs, so it's just a normal hit.
I was gonna, I've got the fortification as well to try and. So there was another layer as well.
There was, yeah. You don't even take the damage. It doesn't bypass your damage reduction. That's 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh, he tried. Let's give him a big hand.
He really...
Yeah.
You've already given him his own hand.
Yeah, I've given him his own hand. That was them. We're now back to the top of the round. And Sylaster, sorry, it's your turn.
Oh. As a swift action, I'm going to Shadow Blink to here. And then I'm going to full attack. So I'll do 1 attack against this one, and then maybe follow up with the one behind.
Okay.
Oh, you bastard.
Speed. Let's just get through them.
Just trying to get slops. Classic Mike.
What can I say? First attack, I'm going to flank, so that mitigates. Shaken. 37.
Yes, an easy strike upon that one.
I get sneak attack on this because I'm in my assassin stance for 28 points of damage.
This one is like profusely bleeding black, hellish blood all over the place, and then all of a sudden, BAM! He is slain from behind Sylaster. What does it
You
look like?
sloppy bastard. You've got your own over there. What was the reason for that?
Sylaster blinks over. He reaches around, he grabs one of the tentacles and yanks to essentially just twist his neck around. And then he'll do his follow-up attack on the other one. Which would be that. 24.
On the bearded devil. Is a hit? Of course it's a hit.
Nice. For 22 points of damage.
He, I believe... yes, he's alive still, but that was a serious wound that you gave him. He gives a shriek as your attack lands on him. Anything else on your turn?
No, that was a full attack. Just wanted to give you a hand, Obsidian.
Yeah, I mean, where I came in and saved your ass before, this doesn't count. I'm fine.
Well, it is now your turn, Obsidian, so let's see if you are indeed fine. What happens to you?
Well,
What do you do?
Sylaster ruined my plan because I was going to Black Knight him.
Oh,
Pull his
wow.
other hand off. I'll have your other leg. I was going for comedy value there. But that isn't going to happen. So instead, we will just... I'm not going to waste any more spells, because why would I? So we'll just go for a standard touch attack on this guy, but I don't do it. Oh, as the other one dies, by the way, the hand that was possessed and all sharp-clawed and attacking him just flops to the floor, dead next to him.
Oh, that's such a cool attack.
Designated to attack him only. It won't attack anything else. But behind this one, sneakily, my spectral hand comes in and just taps him on the shoulder
Ding, ding.
for a touch attack. Because I summoned it earlier and haven't used it yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
So on his touch armor class, 31.
Absolutely a hit
Might
against
be a
his
hit.
touch.
Possibly.
Just about. He will take 8 points of negative energy damage.
Oh, hang on.
I was supposed to take like 2 points of damage, wasn't I? From
Oh,
the
yeah,
infernal wound.
yeah. You've got an infernal wound. So 2
So I will
points of
put an
damage.
extra 2.
Yeah, this one gives a cry, but he's still going. He looks weakened as all hell, but he's still going.
That's all right. I wouldn't want to take him out when Mike's fighting him. I know Mike likes to collect kills.
Well, you say that, it isn't yet his turn, for as this one staggers back from that pointed attack from the spectral hand, Ansel, it is now your turn.
Slops.
Slop him.
I'll use a claw attack.
That's
I
hit
need
on
to-
his touch armor class, yeah.
Do I need to overcome any resistance?
Not on the bearded devils, no.
Excellent. $30 points of damage.
You absolutely wipe him from existence as the battle is at an end. Ansel, how do you finish it?
So as he's being tapped on the shoulder by the hand, and a bit of damage goes through that, another hand inserts itself through his rib cage and up through his heart.
And
Oh, I didn't want to come right out the front because his arms are so long.
Yeah, it full on does. It's like 5 foot through this guy.
Obsidian and Sylaster both go, whoa, to dodge out the way of it.
and he hurtles into the darkness as the battle is done. Congratulations, the strangers have taken the bridge.
I was worried a bit there for a little moment.
Bogram, show me that wound.
Yeah, I mean, it's right here. I don't know where it is.
Attempt another heal check.
It's right here on my arse.
17.
I believe we looked at it and it was a set DC of 15 last time, wasn't it? I believe.
I think so, yeah.
So, Sylaster pulling out his those frost
Sewing
sort
kit.
of sorry
Sewing kit.
sewing kit. Yes, his sewing kit. He
A
pulls
knitting
out.
needle and some wool.
And yes,
Holy sewing kit. Very nice.
cauterizes and freezes the wound shut.
Ow! That smarts a little bit. I'm okay. I will.
I might take a potion
I
of
stand
cure
and
mod.
touch myself for a few minutes.
I am also going to take
Unusually, I've actually taken some damage this combat. How much is cure mod again? Is it 2?
2d8.
2d8 plus 10.
Couple.
I'm going to atomize 3 cure serious wounds.
Okay. Christ alive.
Yes, I took quite a lot of damage then. So that's 3d8 plus 15, so that's 9d8 plus 45.
I'll do another cure.
78.
That'll do.
Yes. So you take a moment to instill yourselves with healing powers, and the silence is palpable after this event.
Oh. Did we get any idea from the falling creatures' echoes how deep this goes? Obviously, probably not specifically in feet, but I mean, like, is it incredibly deep, or did we hear a thud at the bottom?
You didn't hear any thuds. You get the vibe that this is a infernally deep pit, shall we say?
Oh, right, okay.
I could
For
go and
all
find
intents and
out, but it may
purposes,
be hours.
it's bottomless.
Is there any way of working out where sort of the range on that teleport might be?
Yes, of course. You can do a spellcraft check.
Oh, it's pretty massive, I think, for a teleport.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. 20, just to see what information we can glean, just in case.
Yeah, so you were looking at this thing as it left, and you noted that it wasn't just teleport; it was greater teleport.
Oh yeah.
It's like anywhere in the world.
So it could very much be anywhere in the world. It could very much. Well, yeah, it's a long way. Put
It'll
it
be
that way.
somewhere in hell.
But you don't know, and you're pretty sure that it can't use that to jump to a different dimension. So it must be on this plane, and your overriding suspicion will be, well, if this is its domain, then maybe it's retreated somewhere deeper inside, perhaps, or maybe
Yeah.
somewhere completely random. Who's to say?
What? You literally just said the word, and now it's gone out my brain.
That's okay.
Not domain. What plane
Dimension? Oh, plane.
are we in? Are we in the regular one, or do we feel like we're in hell?
It's funny
I
you
don't feel like we've gone
say
into a different
that.
plane, have we?
Well, it is funny you say
Did we go
that.
through a
You
portal?
don't know, but you're certainly getting the vibe that this whole experience has been slightly otherworldly.
The depth of the pit being described as infernally deep made me wonder whether or not, if we're not in the hells, perhaps we're on sort of a bubble between or something like that.
Because you've sort of put pay to it, Ansel, I'm going to say that yeah, you feel that you are sort of like pushing the borders of a realm rather than passing through, like the third circle itself is imposing its will inside this dungeon, like you are in a bubble dimension almost. And because of your instincts and because of your great read there, I will just say that you kind of sense that, Ansel, with your otherworldly wisdom.
Ansel will relate this to his companions, just as a point of interest more than anything we need to be, strictly speaking, dealing with. What now?
Well, there's either a door or there's an exit that goes clearly back to the corridor.
And beyond, if you wish to look.
They must have been guarding something. Well, not must.
Yes, it does. So, do we want to try the door at the end, or do we want to on the corridor?
There's also a corner at the bottom that might go somewhere.
Yep, goes round as well.
Let's have a little look. I personally am of the inclination to continue forward the way we're going. If for no other reason that I like that it clears the map in a nice, neat, and orderly way. It's nice for my brain. But okay.
Well, let's keep moving.
Very good. Yeah, as you get to this...
Ansel still looks like a bearded devil, by the way.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
As you get to this corner, yeah, you see that the corridor yawns away into a western direction. There are two steel doors set apart by a number of yards. And as you approach that door, I ask you all to make a listen check, please.
I didn't say I was in my stance. Poo.
Oh, 14.
Poo-poo. Oh, wow.
31.
31. Sylaster,
You're
the only one that picks this up, and it is fitting that it is your elven ears that sense this, for you don't hear the infernal screams or of devils, nor do you hear like the grim rumble of infernal engines. You hear the tempting, welcoming breeze of the great outdoors billowing through this door.
That's outside.
Yeah, but the fact that it was described as tempting puts me off. I mean, do you want to have a glance through the door like you did with the one up there to see if you can see what's in there, but on the sly?
Oh, I suppose. You're moving. I see. Okay. I'll do a
Ain't our
hide
first time.
and a move silently.
Bye. Yeah, so move silently and hide, of course.
So hide 39, move silently 41.
Perfect.
Nice.
You can make a note of those if you like. You can stick to those rolls if you wish.
Ansel and Obsidian don't even see you move or hear you.
Yeah.
Uh,
You open the door, and as you do, you are welcomed with a carpet of lush green grass. A gentle wind wafts and fills your lungs with a welcoming breath. Before you, you see a number of trees that sprout from the ground, with autumnal red leaves and beautiful orange and yellow colours raining around it. You can still see that there are walls. This is still indoors, but that's the only thing that kind of allows you to know this. Everything else, it feels like you've stepped into a different atmosphere out there.
Using those rolls, can I just move to that bend?
Of course you can.
Oh no, I meant to do this.
Yeah, you can move to the corner and even look round if you wish with that. You walk into a modest-sized chamber in comparison to the areas that you've been in this dungeon. But like I say, this chamber is verdant with lush green grass that blows in the wind. A number of different species of trees breeze in this wind. Some of them have almost like cherry blossom that fall away in this wind. It's almost like it's not hypnotic because I know that's actually an effect, but it is like calming almost. But you see some other details too, Sylaster.
Yeah, the gas mask.
You
What?
see a freakish looking infernal entity, a devil clearly with great horns but with purple skin, and yeah, some kind of strange contraption over their face and over their back. They have a device on their arm as well. And they are looking at what looks like a great gateway that swirls with mysterious yet inviting energies. There is also a vast painting that decorates the wall directly in front of this mysterious portal.
Sylaster is going to turn around to beckon, but I can see you're already now there, so I'm just like,
I just really wanted to see this
um,
thing.
Yeah.
is this creature doing anything or saying anything?
Is sort of seemingly like working or making adjustments to this gateway that it's working on. Its tail sort of like flicks sort of in a satisfied manner as he continues to do work on this thing. If you do not make any attempt to hide yourself, Ansel, is that you going
No,
around or
I
you just
can.
wanted to see it? Is that
I'll go around, but I'll also do a hide. It won't
okay?
be as good as Sylaster, but I do have a little bonus to it. So
Sure.
17. But also, I do look like a bearded devil.
You do, but this if the creature did see you, makes no effort to sort of react in any way.
Sylaster's going to beckon to Ansel, like, go on, talk to him.
Uh, Ansel will step forward and say, "Greetings, fellow devil."
Oh, you made me jump there. The devil responds. Has has quite a gentle voice for such a towering figure, a figure on the cusp of medium, a tiefling to your eye, Sylaster and Ansel. They sort of start as the bearded devil sort of announces himself. Are you here to volunteer? I'm fresh out of people willing to take the risk.
Volunteer for what?
Where have you been? The experiments, of course.
Oh, I've only just got to this area.
I see. Well, for those uninitiated, I have been working on this device for some time and it still needs tinkering with. I am upping the reward for anyone that wants to get involved. There will be a hefty treasure involved if you come away with results that you would like to report to me. If you're new here, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Artie, the resident artificer of this citadel.
Is it
Greetings,
Artie with an
Art.
I or a Y?
Um, with a Y. No, with an I. Whichever one's, yeah. I. We'll go with
Uh,
I.
it's cooler if it's an I.
Yeah.
Um, well, Artie, let me take a look at your work. Can I,
Please.
um, would you allow me to use magic device to assess his
Yeah, of course.
equipment? Blood luck roll another one. 27.
Um, as we've just been talking about transportation magic, you know that this would be capable of a similar feat. You're very certain, Ansel, that this is a device that will be used to take you to a different plane.
I see.
You're looking using your magical energies, and you know that the conjuration magic involved is like when you summon things from different realms and stuff. This would effectively be summoning you to a different place entirely.
It's a reverse summoning.
It's actually a surprise, says Artie. There aren't many, and I'd hate to generalize, but creatures like you that show much interest in my work. You're the first person to actually make any effort to have a conversation with me. um, I don't generally tend to be on these planes often, but I'm kind of here on sabbatical, and kind of got stuck here, if I'm honest.
Oh no, I'm very interested in this sort of work, Artie. Do tell me, where does it summon a being to?
Well, this is just the it. This is just the important information. I'm so glad you asked. This is an experiment that I've been conducting. Um, it is a device that subjects new forms of suffering on any who enter it. Isn't that great?
And there are those who volunteer for this?
Well, we're all damned if we do and damned if we don't. And he laughs loudly, too loudly for the joke to earn. And then we'll say, well, we're all suffering anyway, and many entities have offered to go inside, but I'm afraid to say that none have returned for the reward. You could say that this is a bespoke device that changes its effect depending on who uses it. Of course, one's suffering is another's pleasure, after all.
Indeed, Artie, indeed.
And that's what gives it its name, the Torment Engine.
Fucking hell. What does it actually look like? I feel like
I probably didn't do a very
I
good
was
job of
distracted by the rest
describing it,
of
no.
the description.
So it does sort of look like a portal, but it looks like a highly engineered portal, like it is made of different magical devices linked together, and it kind of sparks here and there with experimental energies, fueling this rather strange-looking portal. It kind of hums and has sort of like a life of its own. That's exactly what it's for. I'm kind of conducting these experiments to learn new ways to inflict hell upon individuals, for hell is a very much a personal idea.
And you say no one returns. Are you sure that you're sending them somewhere, or punishing them, or whatever, or is it just killing them?
I am confident that it leads somewhere, and that connection is stable. I am certain of it.
And have you only sent devils through?
Yes, strangely, I've sadly not had any volunteers. There are those that dwell in the jail further to the western wing of this complex, but unfortunately they're all being prepared for some other purpose, or still have their time on their contracts that they need to endure.
Very interesting. So devils go in and don't come back.
Would you perhaps be interested in going in? I would be glad to reward you. I'm a very powerful, practiced artificer. I could offer you rewards. I could offer you magical items of your choosing if you wanted.
Sylaster is just going to wrap his hands with some rope, and he's going to just go to Ansel, just be like,
You want to go in? Ansel will sort of look slightly bewildered by this, but go, as it happens, I have a willing volunteer captured only a few moments ago.
Well, that's brilliant. Bring them in.
Ansel will reach, presumably round the corner to where Sylaster is lurking, and just and he forgets for a second that he's disguised, and his arm just stretches the extra 5 feet.
That's one of the Seldarine.
Come again?
One of the elves. You must be right at home here. Welcome, welcome.
Just get on with this then, shall we?
Oh, but the elves are great artisans and great craftsmen of this plane, I've heard. What do you make of my work? And he gestures to the art on the wall, and you see a contorted mass that's depicted there. Thousands and thousands of bodies contorting together in a cacophony of hell.
That's something.
Is this the sort of thing you're interested in, Sylaster?
Yeah, contorting bodies. Yes. Lovely. Certainly not like the beautiful snow-capped peaks and the crisp blue sky. Yep. Writhing masses. Love it.
I would suggest that if you have anything else in your diary today, that you go and deal with that first. Like I say, there's no telling what you're going to find on the other end. So let that be a warning to you. This is an open offer, of course.
Oh, I see. We can come back
I
later.
guess my captor should decide.
Well, it sounds like Artie thinks we should do this last of all. You've got so many other experiences to endure, Elf.
Oh no, the horror, the pain.
Well, Artie, why don't we come back, as you say, later?
And I think that's what we're all going to do as the strangers vow to return to Artie to discover the nuances of the torment engine. We will learn what happens there at a future point. For now, we're going to take a very short break. Don't go away, we'll be back after these short messages. Please like and subscribe. We have returned, and the strangers have just had a rather troubling conversation with Artie the Artificer. But now the rest of the dungeon beckons, and I ask, what is it that you do next?
I think we should go
Yes.
out this other door.
Yes. Why don't you take me back to the jail cells, Mr. Devil?
Oh, yes. Right this way.
You'll want to be careful, you know, says Artie as you're about to leave.
Oh, yes.
Master Fistifer, he is...
Fistifer.
Fistifer. He is of great wrath today for many interruptions.
Fistifer?
Fistifer.
Like Christopher with a fist.
Yes.
It's like a really hard man.
But a
Like,
piano is
I'm hard.
PH like Mephistopheles, Mephisto, Fistifer, PH.
Fistifer.
He is a rather terse fiend at the best of times. I would not dare to make mockery of his name in his presence, for he is powerful, very powerful.
An excellent point. We should avoid his presence. Where would we find him to not find him? If you catch my drift.
Well, he is a contract devil, so he is in the contract library, which you will find if you continue that way. And he points to the west. If you follow this corridor, you will eventually find that there is a crossroads. To the south, there will be a great staircase. I would advise you not to go down the staircase. And I think there's kind of like an armory to the north, if that interests you. But yeah, if you want to avoid Fistifer, don't keep going west, is all I'll say.
Excellent advice. I'm sure we'll do our very best to avoid him.
And don't forget my offer. I need as many willing participants as possible for the Torment Engine's ire. So please, come back anytime.
Oh, don't worry, Artie. We won't be forgetting you or your engine.
Great, great.
And Ansel will open the door and drag Sylaster out.
Yes, and back into the corridor you go.
We don't encounter many who can create such equipment.
Yes, we should kidnap him.
That is an option.
He seemed
Well-
relatively pleasant for a fiend.
Sounded interesting from out here.
An artist of sorts. Or do we keep going? Just avoiding the staircase?
Yes, avoiding.
So that's a staircase in there, is it?
No.
He said, follow the passageway
Yes,
till you
sir.
find a crossroads. To the south there will be a staircase. Westward will lead to this Master Fistifer. And north will lead to an armory, he suggested. And as you turn the corner, you do indeed see that there is a great crossroads that is marked by 4 great devil statues that stand like pillars, much in the ilk that you'd seen previously. There is a staircase that vanishes into shadow, and at the very, very bottom, just within sight, you can see that there is a great doorway. And that doorway is garbed golden with a great devil with a tongue that sticks out at a sign of warning. You can give me a listen check, please.
33.
Really good.
13.
10.
A DC 12, because it's not hard to miss. So Obsidian, you're still, you don't quite get this, but the rest
He's
of
a little
you
bit
do.
deaf.
Sure. You hear sort of the unmistakable sound of a beating drum that drums in the rhythm of a heartbeat, almost. Dum, 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 that sort of echoes deep in the dark.
Which direction is that from? Sorry, the staircase.
Yeah, from the staircase.
Wow. He said to avoid the stairs. Do
He
we?
did. But he said Fistifer was be in the contract.
Do we? I mean, you want to follow what he said, or do you want to just carry on and explore back up the other side before we go into the middle? So we do all the way around and then go down into the center.
Yes, well, there's an armory to the north, and both a library and a jail cell to the left.
What sort of creature would be in a jail cell? Shut up, Taylor.
A Tete would be.
I suppose then, do we wish to head north or west?
I would nominate West.
circle
Again, 'cause we've
around
done down one side and we're going back up the other.
to Fistifer.
You are quite right. North of the armory, south to Hidden Dangers, and west to this library that was mentioned.
I say west, but again, it's a nomination. It's not like we have to go that way. I'll go along with.
We can always circle back round into the armory later.
Yes, I agree.
Let us head to this Fistifer.
Libraries are always interesting.
The strangers continue their way down this passageway, deciding to go west onto the library, and then suddenly there is a great door in front of you, ornate and carved. That's what you find.
I guess I'll attempt to silently and hide the door.
Sure.
So
Hide the
hide.
door.
I hide the door.
Put a sheet over it.
That's why it's only a 34. And silently 27.
Right here behind you, man. Don't worry
God.
about it.
Move silently, it was 27.
Yeah. Oh, good God.
Oh boy.
You open the door, Sylaster, but a crack just to glimpse in. And from where you are, you see that there is a great stone plinth. There are braziers that burn with infernal fire. A torrid, thick streak of crimson blood is painted from a doorway to the north, and it appears to have a drag mark that runs all the way through the library to the stone plinth. At these writing desks, you see the unmistakable familiar sight of imps. Familiar because, of course, your companion Obsidian has an imp in tow. Trick. These imps are writing with what looks like bone quills with strange spine-like feathers arcing off the top of them. They are uninterrupted with their hard work as they scribe upon very strange-looking parchments that can be seen from a distance, with very crimson-looking blood.
Using those checks, I guess I just want to kind of step through to have a look around that corner because I can't see what's to the south. Okay, now I can see what's to the south.
You peek round a bit further, and at the top of this stone plinth, you see that there is a large, quite terrifying looking devil. He has great arc wings that shadow him as he is reading a great scroll in his hand. He stands at a table where the blood leads to. There appears to be an unfurled scroll upon the table too. He has jet black, long, spiky hair and great crimson horns that arc from the front of his head like an infernal crown. He is looking upon the parchment, but then will say, "You have no reason to hide. I already know that you're here."
Can Ansel not quite boot Sylaster, but the suggestion of a booting in to boot him into the room?
You can give him a suggestion of a booting into the room, certainly, Sylaster.
To see if he wants to.
How do you react to
follow.
this?
So he'll place his foot on Sylaster's lower back with a sort of if you want to go with this, we can continue the charade.
Sylaster knows when he's been caught, so to speak. He's not going to try and flog a dead horse. I'm guessing you are Fistifer.
That is Contract Master Fistifer. And you must be the intruder that our great leader Amosruin has been alerted to. He mentioned he had received word and proceeded to notify all of his lieutenants here with the message spell that there is some commotion going on within due to the battle that took place above, and now some of our forces here being dispatched. Very interesting to find that you have come this way. Most interesting. Why not introduce yourself, for you have me at a disadvantage. What is your name?
I am Sylaster Faluna, of the Strangers.
And I see you have company. Please, don't be shy. Step out into the light.
Ansel will plod into the room as a bearded devil, and then drop the guise as I suspect he would pass any check that he would need to, and say, and I am Ansel, also of the Strangers.
Very good to meet you. Obsidian, you've walked into. He will look to you.
Are you already aware of the strangers, by any chance?
That's a great question. Is he aware of the strangers? Let's see, shall we? Let's do a public roll. So he is very intelligent. Okay. Let's just do that roll. If I just do this. One of his knowledges. The DC is going to be 22 if he knows what who the strangers are.
Oh.
You, I'm afraid, have me at further disadvantage. I have not heard of your plight, but perhaps for you that is a good thing, for I am a librarian of sorts. I protect a number of our invested interests here, or rather, for the 9 circles of hell.
Our name has not spread as far as I anticipated it might have. Perhaps we need to try a little harder. I am Obsidian. Obsidian Graves, also of the Strangers.
Well, I have heard of you now, and that you have got here, reached this deep into the Fort of Fornia. Well, that is saying something. You can all give me a sense motive.
Okay.
The same as my listen, so I'm deaf at this as well. 7. Okay.
5.
15.
Yeah, this seems fairly agreeable, to be honest with you. This this contract devil, he will sort of look upon you, but he doesn't make any action to like move against you or attack. You do note that the imps have kind of frozen in their work, and with that, Vistava will go. I did not say that you should cease in your work, for your toil is not over. And he snaps his fingers, and the imps continue hurriedly scribing further. There are many, many contracts that we have access to here, for the third circle of hell is somewhat of a counting house. Well, we account for the admin. We account for those many contracts that are signed away on a whim, on a bluff, with ambition in their heart. Not to say that this is all of the contracts of the nine circles of hell, but this is our share. This is our workload. Perhaps you would be interested in making a contract yourselves, for there is much that the hells could offer adventurers with such ambitions as yours.
What is it you think our ambitions are?
I know not, but it is not often that you find mortals dabbling this deep in infernal affairs, so there must be something that motivates you to come this far, something that motivates you to fight in these depths. You wouldn't do it on your own whim, or perhaps I am wrong.
Oh, you're not mistaken. I wonder, though, we have into the lives of quite a few in this building alone. You have no loyalty to those around you here?
Oh, do not mistake me. I, for the moment, still perceive you to be a danger. It is true. But my service is to maintain contracts. I'm afraid to say that leaders come and go, and as for that, shall we be honest, blunt instrument, a Mosrowin has not the wit to understand the important work that goes on here. No, I have no particular ill will against you, though that being said, I need but breathe a word, and the idolater will arrive, I am certain of it.
That would not necessarily be disagreeable to us, for we are only here for the idolater. In fact, we would. I speak for myself, but I feel that my companions here may have a similar thought process, not be entirely unwilling to make a deal here, one where we avoid any more conflict, exchange for facing the idolater.
I would be compelled to obey his orders should he command me, I will say. So if your thoughts are to bring the idolater here, well, I would be compelled to aid him in your ultimate destruction.
Mm,
Though I would be very glad to sign a contract that would aid you in his defeats, in other ways, of course. But I would rather the battle not take place here. We have just reordered our referencing, and we would hate to make a mess. Why? We've had other visitors quite recently seeking the location of this library, I suspect to try and undermine some deal or other. They now are at our leisure within the cells, of course, and will not be going anywhere anytime soon. But that is by the by. What could I offer the strangers in this time?
Mr. Graves speaks honestly. We are here for the idolater. And if that is something you can assist with, then so be it.
Well, how can I assist you? You tell me, and I will tell you the infernal price. Is
we
it?
require his location and the means to reach it.
Oh, well, that's quite simple. You will find him within the Hall of Judgment. It is where a entity's eternal soul is considered, and the price of their soul is determined, weighed, as it were. There are great scales for the task, and it is a Mosruin's duty, commanded as he is as an emissary of the Third Circle by Mammon himself, to protect this place. It would be well for you to meet him there, but I dare say you will need an immense amount of power to defeat him. Perhaps a powerful weapon could be conjured for you.
We're not really much for weapons.
Perhaps some contract, or rather, some entity free of contract could help you in your endeavors against the idolater. But the price, I'm afraid, would be steep.
We require him to remain. We require that he not have the means to flee when things get tough for him. The rest we can do ourselves,
That is something
I assure you.
That is something I would be glad to help with, for I know just the thing that could prevent our kind from making a hasty, hellish retreat.
Please do tell, and also your price.
Come, join me upon the plinth, and we shall assess what deal can be done. Come, come.
Ansel at this point would say, you two may engage, but as you know, I do not engage with contracts written by others.
No, we collect them. Me and Sylaster, we're fine. We collect them. We're happy.
Yes, I stick to them quite rigidly. Okay, fine.
Very good. Please, a mere drop of your blood will suffice. And shing, he pulls out what looks like a frightening blade, a sword that gleams. May I show you the quill blade? It is a bespoke instrument of my choice. Will you allow me to draw your life's blood with it?
I'm not sure what price that is. Blood could be used for many things.
Let me be transparent with you. I will take your blood, and in return, you will simply grant me a favor of my choosing. It will be a favor that I know that you are capable of achieving with your modest array of powers. And that will be all. A taste of your blood, or rather, I'm not a vampire, I'm sorry. A drop of your blood for my ink will be all that I require. This will be under the understanding that you will repay the favor to me, the contract master Fistifer.
I think that my companions and I need to confer before we make any kind of deal.
Very good. I do have eternity. Yep, you can go away into a corner if you wish.
Yeah,
I
Back
think
at
I think we were
Dragon's
just gonna
Den.
just
Just
pop
gonna
round the
stand at the
corner
back of the
here.
room. We're willing to accept a third of our soul versus 10% stake.
So, blood
Let's
for a
get
favour.
into a little huddle. See, it's a bit again blood magic. Blood magic is so. I've come across some of it given that it's intrinsically linked to necromancy. It's not strictly necromancy necessarily. Blood is life as opposed to death, but they are. Can be used to
Related.
control people and steal souls, power over people, and force them to do awful things.
I would imagine it would just compel you in this case to fulfill your end of the bargain.
Maybe, but you never know. Blood willingly given and all.
There is much to be said when blood and life is involved.
Mm,
It's not just coin.
this is a difficult one. I am not. As we forward respective areas of expertise, we become more formidable to our opponents. I am not in the habit of placing ourselves in a situation where we give people willingly power over us.
You have done it before.
We did make a deal to do a very simple thing for the Dogai.
We haven't fulfilled that deal.
We have not fulfilled that deal, but we have 20 odd years to fulfill that deal.
A contract, you might call that. Okay, so you are, for the time being, conferring. Is there anything else that you discuss?
Okay. A contract is simply a job requested on paper. I commit myself to all my jobs. So it is just another job to be completed, that is all.
It's not, Sylaster, because your usual contracts, you know what you're giving in return for what you're getting. In this case, you know what you're getting. You don't know what you're giving. That is the
Unfortunately, Ansel,
very basis of a devil's bargain.
I am not fully aware in how my current contracts and jobs are. That deal and system is foreign to me. I am not scared of the infernal creatures, so I shall take it upon myself to take this job. What's another job? And once the payment is done, we strike it.
I really don't feel like another contract, another deal is wise here. I really think it's absolutely necessary. I think that we could defeat this idolater without it.
Okay. Payment up front. The means to deal with this, if this is to be done,
That would be more acceptable. I'm much more accustomed to
if I am
rendering
bound,
services first.
yes, if I am to be bound to the task, surely there is no harm in payment up front.
What do you mean payment up front? I don't understand.
fulfilling our side of the bargain, and then they fulfill their side.
Yes.
I think he wants to. I don't know that he has a task for us straight away. He wants to give us a task in the future, like owe him a favour.
That is just another contract.
You will
have
pardon
more faith
me.
in our abilities. Sorry.
That's okay. You will pardon me, but I am somewhat preoccupied. Would you like to go away and confer? Or have you an answer for me, strangers?
I have faith in our abilities.
And I won't sign a contract for unspecified future favours. But I will not hold you to that, and I will assist you in anything, but I won't sign my...
Yeah, of course. Absolutely agree with that.
It is another job. I will sign your contract.
Very good. Very good.
But I would ask payment up front, shall we say.
Well, I shall
Is there
give...
anything you can offer, anything you can support? We accept it now, for we will then be bound. Well, I will be bound. So nothing lost.
Well, I shall give you the choice then. The power remains the same. You wish for Amosrawin, the idolater, not to be able to escape this place. There is one power that can achieve this easily. A dimensional anchor. One pointed upon the Amosrawin will make him unable to transport into the plains, nor anywhere else. He will be forced to remain in this location. Your choice is I can give you a device that will enable you to enact this power yourselves, or, at the right time, I will be glad to officiate that power myself. Are you capable of even using a magical item of such power?
No,
I am sure
not that particular spell. No.
Well, then I suppose I will have to be the one to officiate that power, but you have my word that upon your call, it shall be enacted.
And you won't be compelled to not do such a thing by your pre-existing vows to the master of the place.
I'm simply casting a spell. What happens after that time is not my concern.
Oh.
Very well.
And how would we instruct you to do such a thing?
Why, you may call out a phrase. Simply evoke a Mosruin's name and say, I bind you to this place. And it shall be so. But first,
I think we can do that.
Seldarine, who bears the blood of Arvandor, I would have a drop. And in return, you will perform a service within your abilities, as it seems you are an elf of many talents. I'm certain I will have duties for you very soon.
The one.
The one. One spell for one target.
Sylaster will hold out his hand.
You hold out your hand. Are you wearing gloves?
He is, but he'll just pull one of them off.
As you pull it off, he will go, interesting, and he will turn your hand around and look at your thumb, where there is a black tattoo of a serpent that is still infused there from when you touched the coin that the dough guy gave you. That is most interesting. You are accruing a number of responsibilities, Seldarine. I hope this contract will not interfere with work you have already agreed upon.
No, that's a simple task.
I will be able to learn at this task in this library. I will look forward to that.
Bloody love administration.
Are you aware of the meaning of that symbol that you bear? He points to the black serpent on your thumb.
I can't say that I am, beyond it being a mark of promise.
Well, I'm sure you will labour in your ignorance further. And with that, he swipes at your hand, and a single drop of blood falls upon the parchment that he extends beneath it. And there, in the contract library, a pact is forged between Sylaster and Fistifer the Contract Devil. The contract reads that upon the utterance of Mosruin, I bind you to this place. A dimensional anchor will trap the idolater here. And in return, you are to deal with a target of Fistifer's choosing at a later date. And it is done. The power is there for you to speak whenever you wish, Sylaster. And you sort of almost feel like a burning power, sort of like imbue within your heart for a moment.
Good.
It is done, and he rolls up the contract and then casts it into the air, and it hurtles towards one of the shelves behind him, and finds a home there among the many, many, many more contracts that have their abode there.
Before we go, Fistifer, I have a question for you.
Please, I am most intrigued by your presence here. I will be glad to answer your questions.
Just curious, really, as it relates to deals. I don't know if it's in any way related, but do you know anything of the curse known as the Echo of the Sickle Moon?
He will sort of stop, and you note like a rigidity fall upon him, like it's kind of like he's almost taken aback by that, shall we say. And he will look upon you. You see that a spell activates on his person. You can give me a spellcraft check if you have it.
Yeah, I do have it.
Let us have it.
Can I see this as well?
Yeah.
Duh. Lucky you're here.
Oh, was that your roll, Obsidian? Was that 20?
Mine was 12, yeah.
Obsidian, you're watching, and you see that Fistifer is able to silently cast True Seeing and gazes upon Ansel with a renewed concern. And he will say, there are many forces of judgment in the many planes, and there are many forces of vengeance. I have heard of this, but I consider it to be rumour, a story to frighten ill-begotten travellers. I know it is of unknown origin, but it is said that the power of reflection is significant and connected to the sickle moon, and that its power is reflected over and over and over again into eternity. It is not of this world, that I am sure, if you believe such things.
Just a story to frighten children, I'm sure.
Why do you ask?
Just curious. Tales of deals in exchange for things. I thought it might be your purview.
Well, my purview is rather infernal in origin, but this is something that I would be keen to look into, for it is an intriguing question to ask. I have understood that you aren't inclined to sign a contract. That I will respect. But perhaps I will do my own investigations. And if I uncover anything, perhaps I'll be able to share it with your friend, who is contracted to me.
Feel free to do so. But do remember that when you look into a reflection, oftentimes something can look back.
He looks a little unnerved when you say that, which is saying something. He will nod and say, "I will investigate."
I'll be interested to hear what you find out.
This has been a fortuitous day. It seems the stranger's arrival has been fortuitous for me. I will remember the name.
Please do so.
I will not betray your position, but do beware as you continue in this place. I cannot be held responsible for the other dangers that lie in wait. In particular, the wrath that awaits you in the passage to the south. I would avoid going there if I were you.
We don't hold you responsible for any of the dangers that we face here. You're just making me want to go to the south more.
Yeah, make it more and more exciting.
Don't push the big red button.
What I will say is that a Mosruin is a feared warrior. A feared warrior and honorary chosen of Mammon. But even the idolater fears what lurks there.
All right, we'll go.
Stop selling it. We're already in.
Go to the hard sell, please.
Be on your way. The Western Wing awaits your pleasure. I'm sure you will find it of interest.
I'm sure we will. Shall we,
Thank you for your
boys?
delightful conversation.
He bows slightly.
Yes, let's.
Yeah, you go to a similarly marked, carved door. As you're leaving,
Oh, that's
Obsidian, you're leaving and you look and you see that Trick is staring at the imps that continue to like carve away scripture into their parchment, but sort of snaps out of it and then flies to you. I'll have a contract too, Master Obsidian. Perhaps the best that we avoid this place again, yes?
Your contract is with me, my friend. You're
I
free
don't.
of this place as long as you stay by my side.
Lass.
Curiously,
Or was he a little admin devil before?
Sort of.
Doing maths?
data entry.
It's got to be done by someone. What is more? What is a greater hell than data entry? I ask you. Beyond, you see that there is a long corridor, and along that long corridor, there is an equally long trail of viscous red blood that goes all the way from the table that Vistova works upon, all the way up to the near the top of that corridor. Yes, as you gesture
Right into
there,
that door.
a long corridor dotted with a number of doors on the way up.
Well, one by one. Should we close that door behind us? It just makes me uncomfortable that he can watch us from behind. I don't want to be judged.
Yeah, I feel like since we're in the West Wing and we're walking, we should be like, walk with me. And then we should do a walk and talk scene.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Do I have another tattoo
Nobody's
on my
seen West Wing,
hand?
have they?
No.
Yeah. I get it. I understood that reference.
You don't have another tattoo. You've signed a devil's contract. You remember um with the Dogai, you kind of invested in an existing contract, and as such, you just took the coin, you might recall, a platinum quince, as it is known, which, as you took hold of, sort of tattooed the symbol of a black serpent onto your thumb and onto Obsidian's thumb also. You both
Yes.
have one of these. It's a symbol, but you don't know what the symbol belongs to, but Fistova seemed to think that it had some kind of significance,
Okay.
knowing the contract that it belongs to, seemingly. There is a door here. It is carved much the same as the others, but it appears to be bolted. But bolted from the outside.
Ah, so this is the prison area that they were saying about the cells.
Well, you're not sure. They did point this direction. It could be.
So, in
Well, I
theory, this should
mean,
be locked.
yeah, but
Oh.
it's bolted from the outside. It's bolted. You just unlocked
You
it.
just you slide the bolt across, and there is a simple room in there. It does not appear to be a jail cell. It appears to be a number of strange arcane equipment that kind of hum softly with magical frequencies. There is an acrid, awful smell that reaches your nostril. And Sylaster, as you look round, you see there is a table that is
Oh.
festooned with rotten body parts.
Oh.
It is a disturbing room, to be honest with you. Now that you go in, it's bare, but what there is there is pretty murky and grim. Two devices on either side of the room, a table covered with body parts, and a strange magical plinth that gleams with an unearthly green glow.
Ooh, body
Can I
parts.
inspect the plinth?
You can, and anyone that has religion can do a check. Obsidian, I
Nature.
believe you should have knowledge religion.
I do 14. Roll a 2.
I do.
Gosh darn it.
Ansel, was that a roll that you just made as well? Oh, there we go.
18 for Ansel.
Yeah, you're looking at the symbols, and it is kind of in stark contrast to everything else that you've witnessed so far. Most of this stuff has been an infernal in influence. You can see that while infernal in influence, Ansel and Obsidian, you know this to be a magical device that is attuned to necromantic energies.
Ooh. Can I get so with the body parts that are over here, can I do a mortician roll to see if I can garner any rhyme or reason to how they've been chopped up? Like why?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, give me a check of your
So that is 23 on
profession.
my profession.
Yeah.
Mortician.
There There isn't so much a rhyme or reason. It looks like that all of these people died. They didn't die well, put it that way. Um,
They didn't die well.
and you can tell that it was knowingly as well. Like the end was known to them. It would have been in a struggle or a fight of some kind. Hacked to bits they are, and you can see that there's like a mixture of different humanoid. Mostly human. You think that you can see there's like a bit of dwarf in there, maybe. It's
Just a bit
quite
of dwarf.
it's quite rotted. It's obviously been there a little while, but you know from your experience that sometimes you just want body parts, and this just seems to be an amalgamation of different limbs and torsos and all sorts.
There's not a consistent thing that's present or missing from
Not so
pile.
much. This just looks like it's there for materials.
Just when you need an arm or
When
a
you
bit
need
of
an arm,
skin.
bit of skin, absolutely, yeah. Bit of blood, bit of bile, it's all here.
Yellow and black bile.
Oh, all sorts, yeah. Every spectrum of
Every
bile.
variation.
Yes. Winter flu flavour, absolutely.
Oh.
Yes, it's all there. It's all there.
All of the four. Oh, what are they called?
Yes, I know what you mean. It's the two biles, blood and
Green bile,
another
black bile,
thing.
blood, and mucus or saliva. Or
Yeah.
Great, good to know.
It's like the four
there's a word for it. It's what they used
humours.
to
Is it the
use
four
in
humours?
humors. That's the one. The four
Oh, right,
humors.
okay. There we go.
You've always got too much or too little of them, and
It's
it's
the
all
old
about finding the right
style
balance.
medicine. Yeah.
Great.
Um,
Well,
so
there's plenty of it all there, absolutely.
so we can see this. This is some sort of necromantic
Device, yes.
device.
But I'm afraid with the check that you made, you can just tell that it's necromantic in origin and it has some attunement to the kind of powers that you use, Obsidian, but other than that, you aren't sure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get a very good religion at all, so I'm unsure of it.
Can
Can't
we
do devices.
confer, and can I look at it more from a magical device point of view rather than
Yeah, that's a great idea. Do
religion
a
point of view?
good
Would that...
do a magic device check.
I don't want to force that because I know that's my strongest
No.
skill.
It
I
is
just
a
want it
magic
to...
device. It's perfect.
Oh my god.
Still a 23.
It's a
Still
skill.
a 23.
That's no more than what you did, though.
So you
But I was looking
determine
at the body parts, so I wasn't looking at the machine.
that its activation is based on the terminal magical bench thing that is north of you, next to the body parts. It is fueled, like the generator of it almost is the device that Obsidian is standing next to, which has a number of vents in it, which you could potentially look inside to see how it runs. And then the platform itself looks to be quite similar to the Torment engine in the sense that it has that conjuration link to it. This looks like it is a means to summon forth the forces of the undead. But how it works and what purpose it would be, it would involve using either looking at and investigating or using the bench above you or looking at the generator nearer Obsidian.
Start chucking body parts onto it and fiddling with things.
Doing like detect magic, which we haven't done detect magic on it yet, so we don't know specific magics or whether there is any ambient magic around it. It's not active.
Detect magic would probably just come back with necromantic, though.
Just necromancy, yeah. I'm not. It could be for some sort of binding. My own necromantic magic, when I have summoned forth anything to do with undead, it's been to summon some sort of spirit into an undead that I've already created. So maybe they're creating a vessel with the body parts and then putting a more powerful undead creature into it. Possibly. I'm afraid magical devices are just not my strength. No. I'm loath to start just casting magic into it.
Yeah, any further investigation will require the interaction with the device, to be honest with you. And like you say,
Waste of
that's a whole other
resource.
thing, isn't it? Well, you just don't know.
It's risky because we don't know what it does. It could summon some very powerful undead creature that I can't control.
Yeah. Should we have a look at the generator then? You said that that was worth a poke.
Yes, you can absolutely give me a look at the generator. Let me just quickly bring something
Look
up as
myself.
well. Yes, yes, yes. Hang on.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. It doesn't require a search check because, like I say, you've got the vents in there that you can look into. You can see that the material that this generator will run on is visibly present and it is familiar to you, particularly familiar to Obsidian. You are looking at black sand, which is currently operating as a form of fuel
Ooh.
for this generator. Now, black sand, you recall, has its combat application that does
Yeah, I had some.
negative energy. You do have some. There is a fair few helpings more of it. Just to read the spell. The spell is as the spell, so creates an area of black sand infused with shadow stuff and negative energy. And a region of black sand literally swallows light, emitting magical darkness, rising to... Oh, wow, I forgot about the magical darkness bit. But Ansel, you're looking through with your magical gaze, so can see it. Ha ha
Mhm.
ha.
In your face description.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we were ahead of you. But of course, any creature that comes into contact it is 1d4 points of damage per round from negative energy. But of course, as Obsidian learned, a helpful healing balm as well for if he got in trouble. I think at one point when you're about to face Derek or when you were facing the Night Spawn, those powerful vampires you fought, I think Obsidian gave you a vial in case he went down, so you had a means of healing him, perhaps.
Yeah.
I think probably you're right.
So give me a roll of a d10, please.
Oh, and Ansel, you're looking.
Roll of a d10, eh?
Mhm.
How about a 4?
There are
Well,
4 helpings of black sand for you to obtain if you wanted.
ooh,
Would you like that, Obsidian? It's certainly more
yeah,
useful for you.
absolutely. I mean, if the machine isn't in and of itself going to be useful to us, we'll take its fuel source.
Well, you can see that there's probably some reserve already inside it, so it would activate, but it wouldn't have any reserves if you were to remove those 4 helpings. So it would have one go if you were to
It's like
try
when a
activate
car's on
it.
empty,
Yeah,
it's not empty.
Mm.
yeah, exactly. But that's all you get from the room, unless you would like to conduct any checks on the panel and so on and so forth.
Again, this is all going to have to be on you, Ansel, because I really am not good at
Yeah, on
magical
the panel,
devices.
I'll inspect anything, mate.
Can you give me a spot check, please?
Spot, certainly I've not got much spot, but 11.
The panel appears to be fine.
Oh no. Well, I said I will inspect it, so I'll inspect it.
You can give me a use magic device check.
34.
Yeah, you know how to activate this thing. You know that if you were to press a few buttons and pull a few levers and fire up the magical material components across the other room, that would be enough to activate it. You're looking and you see that had you got a lower use magical device check, you would have pulled the hair trigger that you spot beneath one of the panels. This thing would have activated unwittingly had you just started playing around with it. But your use magic device was enough to not do that.
I think with that in mind, Ansel's probably like, as he's like in front of the panel, his arms go long, and he just starts like playing with things and like just working out how it works, and then he just absolutely freezes at one point and just goes, "Oh no, oh no," and just starts like reverse, basically reverse engineering it, so he undoes what he was doing.
Yeah, whoever has been using this device, it was cunning and effectively set it up with a security measure of its own. That is, if someone doesn't know what they're doing, interferes with this, it may bring about some powerful creature of some kind to bring about your end, but you prevented yourself from doing that. Well done.
Good, well done.
Ansel will inform Obsidian, "I know how to activate the machine should you wish to experiment."
So essentially, it creates more undead, but quite powerful undead.
Potentially.
The risk, of course, is that if we don't know how powerful, I have no idea whether I'd be able to control it or.
That's the thing with undead, it's a template, so it can apply to quite a lot of things. Yes.
This is the problem.
How do you feel about rolling the dice?
I mean, initially I can do rebuke undead,
Yes, yes.
which could lead to controlling the undead if it's a high enough roll. Plus, I have the bonus to that from an item. I can't remember what the item is. The phylactery of undead turning. So I turn at a significantly higher level.
That's right, yeah.
I also have the spell control undead, which I only recently got, which would have been much. It would have been so useful in earlier games, but it's a quite high level spell, control undead. I mean, we can give it a
Starts
go.
inserting an arm into.
I mean, we might get a powerful ally here out of this. We might get killed. How much do you want to
Finds
roll the
some
dice?
guts and puts them into like a grindy bit and just grinds that. Sprinkles the remains. As you're making the decision, he's just getting set up for you.
How much? How much do you want to roll the dice? I'm telling you, I can control undead up to an extent.
Seems a waste to not find out what it does. Is all.
But control undead only lasts for 1 minute per level.
Well, if it's something you can't control further, we can leave the room, lock the door, and run away.
Oh, that works against undead creatures. Like it's not going to just bash through the door.
It might not follow us. It might go into the other room. Might not have to worry about the
Basically,
the
I'm
deals I last
I'm
made.
worried I'm going to get embarrassed again. I'm worried that my whole thing is going to turn around and own me one more time.
Yeah, Obsidian, your mind goes back to the climactic confrontation with the Master Vampire, Derek Redhaven, and your powers were found wanting, a disgrace on your seamless record otherwise.
I mean, we have no idea of power levels. We have absolutely no clue. I think it's a big risk. If I want to do it, I will give it everything I've got. We might end up just summoning something we have to kill.
What do you think, Mike?
If something does attempt to wrest control, I'm sure we have the means to subdue it.
Matthew, do you want to lean either way? Obsidian agrees.
I can only do Control Undead twice, and that will be both my top level spells I've got for the day gone. Because I have used quite a lot of spells. We've been in a lot of combats. So I'm really unsure, because even then, like I say, it would last for 14. I would have it for 14 minutes. So the longest I could have it for is just under half an hour under my control. And that's if I succeed in controlling it.
So you think not?
I think it's probably a mistake.
Ansel starts glumly like turning the machine off.
I think there's quite a lot in here that we're already trying to kill that's trying to kill us. We don't need to summon more. I'll do
He
that
takes
for
some
us.
teeth out of the thing that he'd put in. Pulls out a whole
DM
appendix.
looking disappointed as well. Because the DM wanted to embarrass me again.
No. I promise you, I'm not giving anything away as to what it would be. It just is funny to hear you talk about it. But it's listen, you're absolutely right. There's plenty in here already that wishes you ill. And from Fistifer's words, if a Mosruin alerted him to your presence from the fact that they know there are people here, you can sure as hell, all 9 of them, bet that others will know that you're coming too. So you've got your work cut out for you, no doubt.
Yeah. If there was more ability in the spell list of the class, control, spell doesn't last very long, and I've never really successfully turned undead to that. It doesn't work very well. Turning undead is not a very useful thing. I don't think the mechanics of it are very good. It just never works.
You say this now?
Well, I haven't used it very often because the times that I have, just
from experience. The
Well, as
whole
I
first part of the
recall,
campaign.
from as I recall, you have to just get high on the table. If you get high on the table, you pretty much you either do it or you don't. It's not like the enemy rolls. It's just
you
you've
don't.
got to get
Yeah, but it
enough.
depends on how powerful the enemy is.
Yeah,
Generally, the
of
enemies that
course.
we fought when I've tried to turn them have had enough hit dice that I am unable to control them completely. I might be able to rebuke them for a little bit, but it just means they shy away from me slightly.
We managed to get that big creature that was under the city under control, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that. What spell I used because I didn't have control undead. It
I
can't
think
have been
you
that.
rebuked it.
The caller in the darkness.
The colour in the dark.
It could have been a rebuke, yeah.
I'm trying to look to see if there's a different because I thought there was another spell where you could control.
Yeah, you had.
Because I think
lesser one that lasts
I thought it
longer.
was Command Undead that you used on it.
Yeah, I think what
Undead,
happened
that's the
was
one.
you managed to do it in the moment, and then after the fact, when you got the monster's stats, you were like, "Oh my god, I only just managed it."
It was a very powerful undead foe, and to your mind, still
Yeah.
looms somewhere in the darkness beneath Valdonor. For remember, the time duration of your control over it has long exceeded.
I recall. So now, so Command Undead, much lower level spell, is for 1 day per level.
That's right, yeah.
But it only allows a certain amount of control over the creature. Basically, it's like Charm Person, and
That's right, yeah.
Control
So
Undead is like it's like Dominate Person. So you absolutely have utter control over the creature with Control Undead. Command Undead, they just see you as. You can try to give the subject orders, but you must win opposed charisma checks to convince it to do anything it wouldn't ordinarily do. So, yeah, it's like Charm Undead. I could try. It's only a level 2 spell. I have some of those left.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to try? Do you want to try? Am I being the buzzkill in the dungeon?
no, not at all. If you don't want to, it's totally cool, man. You don't have to do it. it is very much optional. You now know
It is.
that you can walk away from that panel, not touch it, and the thing won't come out.
Walk away.
Yeah, you can just walk away. You can absolutely do that. There's nothing from stopping you from continuing to explore and coming back later. You can just forget about it, or you can just say screw it and deal with it straight away. The choice,
I'm just at the
strangers,
point
is yours.
where I'm like trying to meta Rob, and I'm like, did he put this room in because he wanted us to play with it, or because he wanted a trap?
I think it's.
Did he want a
Yeah,
fun
that's the
moment, or
thing.
did he want us to
Yeah,
have to
kind of
deal
trying to
with an
figure out.
unexpected?
Your choice, friends. This is entirely up to you. Entirely up to you.
Good answer.
Yeah, unreadable. Toss the dice.
Go on.
So when it comes to it, I I do have more means now in fighting undead if it goes wrong than I used to have. And yeah, we could get an ally out of it. Remember the problems we faced with fighting undead before. Our whole thing was sapping things of their abilities, lowering their defenses, lowering, and you can't do that with undead. They're immune to all of it. So I'm willing to try and control whatever comes out of there, but if I am unable, because we have no clue how powerful whatever it is
Yeah,
going to be, then we all have to be prepared for whatever's going to come out of there. So it's down to you guys as well.
yeah, of course. Yeah, we're not just going to leave you in here with it.
Somebody close the door. Good luck. Get good.
Bye.
Mike, get back in. Hi, Lasta. I think we should do it for
Yeah.
multiple reasons.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Start fucking flipping switches, chucks the guts back in. He gets the teeth, chucks them into the middle of it.
Obsidian grips his phylactery tightly in his hand. Like, I don't want to be embarrassed again.
Okay, so you're pressing the button.
Yeah, Ansel.
You
Slap
press
the.
the hair trigger, sorry, that's right, and it activates the Spirit Forge. And there is instantly a terrible howling that screams as a gateway to the other place, the fugue place, is thrown open. And behold, you are each horrified to see that issuing from this place of power rises a dread wraith. Roll initiative.
7.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We're fucking idiots. What did we do this for?
Oh my god.
It was
Let me
such a red
see.
herring that there's so many body parts and stuff, because that very much makes you think it's going to be a physical entity. No, it's incorporeal. Fuck!
And with that, that is where we're going to leave our session tonight. And as we always do at the end of every session, we will go about and we will learn the players' thoughts and feelings of the session. And I think it would be a good idea to start with Matt.
Oh, why did we do that?
How could we not?
So tempting.
Like, instant regret. This is
No, because
regret.
I remember the misery of every time I'd come up against an undead, being a necromancer and being useless, feeling like, oh, I'm supposed to be good at this. And now I'm finally moved away and I'm fighting living things, and we're like, let's just summon an undead for old time's sake. Oh God, fuck's sake. Hey, it could go okay. Yeah, thoughts. It was it was fun. I thought the first combat went really quite well. We all took damage, and it was a bit of a scrap, but we were effective. We took them out. It went really well. Could have gone so much worse. Um, the fact that you take damage when you damage them with the barb doubles is brutal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah, that fight was an escalation in challenge. At least I hoped it would be an escalation in challenge. Because that I thought was going to be a real scrap with the problematic
Yeah,
terrain as well, and yeah, for
I
sure.
definitely was. I mean, you could tell that it was for the fact that two bearded devils showed up that we'd fought a few minutes before, and we were like, "Ah, that's fine. They're the least of our problems." um, yeah, I always love exploring a dungeon. The librarian, Christopher, very interesting character. Don't know what Sylaster's got himself into there.
It's another job.
But we can at least. It just came into my head. I was like, keep running away. Stop him running away. That's all we want, really. Um, so if we do start to win, he can't go, haha, teleport.
Yeah, it was really smart to
So
be
I
fair.
reckon
Yeah.
that's probably the move. So yeah, I look forward to what comes next. Um, and I'm dreading the dread wraith.
Dreading the Dread Ray, absolutely. Mike, thoughts and feelings at the end of the session?
Yeah, likewise. I think I was. It was an exciting combat. It was nice with the control, with the fog, but then with the escalation, as you say, from the barbed devils as well, and sloppy seconds. What can I say? It's just from both me and Ansel there. So
It's the natural way of things.
it's not my best slops,
Not the best.
but I'll get
When
there.
you're a master of slops like you, it's
Mike,
very difficult
it's
to
not even
hit
top
the
five.
peak
Yeah,
slop.
it's not. Dear viewers, the
That's.
flops is real.
I think if we were to do some sort of podcast, that's definitely a conversation which would be top slops.
Top
But
slops.
Just any reference that people might think we're talking about sloppy seconds of
Yeah,
stealing
yeah.
somebody's kill, not the
yes,
Not
traditional slops.
not the
Mike's
origin of the
full-time
term.
yes,
prestige class. Mike's prestige class for all of his characters is opportunist.
Yes.
it's a free level. Yes. Anyway, I'm intrigued about RT and what's going on there. And yeah, I think Sylaster isn't. I think due to the nature of his work, he's not really too put off by contracts. I think there's
Yeah.
an element of it's just another job. Sign it, do the job. And I think Sylaster's got a bit of arrogance about him to think I can probably do most jobs, if not all of them that come my way. So, you know,
Yeah, consistency, because that's exactly what he was like with the dough guy. He was like, "Yeah, okay, sign me up."
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
the
Cool.
pros outweigh the cons. It's
yeah,
simply just a job,
yeah.
and if it involves me having to, have an arrangement and deal with somebody, well, that's Silas Forte.
Yes.
And yes, I'm intrigued what's going to happen now with. Even you were saying because of thinking it was a hearty creature. If it was a physical creature, yes, we could potentially have barred the door and run away. But an incorporeal creature is just going to follow.
You got to deal with that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And finally, Dom, thoughts and feelings at the end of the session.
Yes, I feel like our one mistake was not having Obsidian prepare the action already the action. I immediately realised
Actually,
after it appeared, I was like,
I was like,
oh
this.
yeah,
me,
we forgot.
me too.
That
Me
was
too.
that was the important part of not falling for the trap, was that we knew it was going to happen, so we could prepare, and we just didn't.
Yeah.
um,
I was
but yeah, it felt
like,
like, come on,
yes!
fools! We got so caught up in whether or not we should, we didn't think about what would happen when we would. So yeah, I love that. I just felt like we had to do it. Really, I don't know. It just
I
felt
hope
like
you didn't feel
it
like
was
you
a way of
had
tying
to.
things.
Like, it
No,
was.
not like we have to for like your sake or like because you put it there. Like because like I would hate to not know what
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
And
I
some
thought
moves
the
on that,
combat, yeah, potentially. I thought the combat was great. A classic evolving combat.
Yes.
I thought that the fog actually saved us even more than we thought it was going to when it started, and
Such a useful spell.
yeah, it was quite a worrying moment, and then we just sort of managed to keep the tide from turning on us, and won that one. I really enjoyed the conversation with Artie. I thought it was a lot of fun as a character to come back to later. And I also enjoyed the librarian. I think it shows a stark difference between somebody who chooses to take contracts regularly, like Sylaster, and somebody who was forced to take contracts regularly, like Ansel. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. A lot of fun.
And that personally excited me that you asked him about
Oh yeah,
the sickle moons. I was like, oh yeah, of course. Well, it's weird when even a contract devil doesn't fully understand it, isn't it?
yeah. It was mainly because I was like, I feel like I should check that the sickle moons is not infernal related, as we're here, and he would know.
No, it's nothing.
But the fact
Nothing
that
like
he's
that.
like knows nothing and we'll look into it, I was like, crikey.
But you still know that the Queen Malvara was using a similar power to contact you in the first place, and
Indeed.
knew of that ritual. So perhaps upon the defeat of the idolaters, there will be more to learn of the echo of the sickle moons. We shall find out on another session. But for now, for those of you watching, thank you ever so much for watching all the way to the end. If you like this video, give it a like. If you'd like to see more like it, then subscribe. And hit the bell so you don't miss when we release a new session. Thanks ever so much for watching. And as we end each session, we say the immortal phrase, bone them rolls.
Bottom rolls.
Do it.
Don't tell your
Mum.
Walkie dogs.
dogs.